So there's a little bit of a scandal brewing because of what you're seeing on screen right now. Dalai Lama apologizes for a video of him asking a child to suck his tongue. Wow. Wow, man. Holy cow. Now, by the way, you could tell by this dude wearing a mask, this had to be like during COVID, right? Now, I've seen a number of people try to make a cultural relativism argument. Something along the lines of, look, man, in the West, yeah, this is wrong, this is bad, but like this is like a common greeting and stuff in Tibet, bro. That's what this is. This is like totally normal and stuff, bro. If you fall for that argument, I think you need your head examined. You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of there was a big scandal in New York, I want to say about 5 years ago, and we covered it on the show. There are rabbis. These are like ultra-Orthodox rabbis, and they have a ceremony when they circumcise the kid, which, by the way, is a whole other topic, which we've gotten into on the show many times and will again, whether or not circumcision is okay or makes sense. Turns out it really is what it looks like at face value, which is chopping off the tip of a baby dick for originally what was a religious purpose, and now they have all sorts of junk science justifications, which are total nonsense. But anyway, so they have this ceremony where the rabbi cuts off the tip of the baby dick, and then they suck off the tip. If you don't believe me, look it up. You're one Google search away from a bunch of articles describing exactly what happened. So there were instances in New York where some ultra-Orthodox rabbi, they'd be doing what's called, I think it's called a bris, which is the ceremony of circumcision. Quite a thing to celebrate, by the way. Yay, we're mutilating our baby's genitals. Hooray! So they cut off the tip, and then they suck off the tip. And then there were instances of babies who got herpes as a result of it because the rabbi had herpes and passed it from their mouth to the kid, and the kid died. And there are people in the wake of that who were like, bro, religious freedom and stuff, bro. You just don't understand. It's like a different culture, bro. No. No. You can't pull out the cultural relativism argument for anything, right? You can't be like, child slavery is just like what we do in our culture, bro. So it's fine, bro. No, I'm not going to stop making moral and ethical judgments on that which is right and wrong based on this force field you can throw out there saying either culture or religion or we just do it differently. No, you do it worse. That is worse. That is bad. By the same token, you cannot tell me in any context telling a kid to suck your tongue is okay. And I'll go a step further because people are like, this isn't even sexual. No. This is definitely sexual. Absolutely it's sexual. You know who asks a kid to suck their tongue? Somebody who wants a kid to suck their tongue. I know I'm just blowing your mind with logic at the moment, but that's how it works, right? Somebody who doesn't want their tongue to get sucked by a kid would never tell a kid to suck their tongue. God, people are so annoying. It's unbelievable that this is not the most unanimous across-the-board thing ever. So now, in steps CNN. Oh, God. Oh, no, what are you going to do, CNN? Now, what is CNN known for? What they used to be known for was the both sides journalism, the neutrality journalism, bro. We give both sides. That's what we do. So, like, slavery, good, bad, let's debate. Like, this is what they use. People might make fun of that, but it's actually true. I remember when they did evolution versus intelligent design debates. Okay, that's not a debate. Or when they did climate change, real or fake, that debate. That's not a debate. Some things have objective answers. You should be factual and objective before you're neutral, because neutrality sometimes is flat out misleading, right? So in step CNN, guess what, y'all? We got a defender. We got a Dalai Lama defender over here. Let's listen.
Jay, you've met the Dalai Lama many times. Have you sucked his tongue?
I have not. The Dalai Lama is a very playful human being, and we may see this in a weird kind of gross, sexualized way. But this is about as sexual as a bowl of plain rice. There is nothing sexual or erotic happening in this encounter.
There are people, you look at them, and you know instantly, oh, they're a mark. This dude, by next Thursday, could be in some doomsday cult and not even realize it. He would be one of the guys drinking the Kool-Aid at Jim Jones' little death cult, and he'd be like, bro, this is the right thing to do. Such a mark. Such a colossal mark.
You can see by the reaction of the people who are there. It's what we kiss with. It's sexualized. It's this, and of course that this is offensive to us, as it should be. It's not seen that way in Tibetan culture. This is a part of the body. It's something playful. It was clearly a mistake. The apology was in order. This was clearly something that was at best, insensitive to how this would be seen by a large swath of the world population. But it seems clear from the video. Look, I'm biased.
Look, you saw that guy's face? Hold on. You got to look at that guy's face again. I like the guy on the left is, oh my God, he's great. Wait, is it going to be on your left or your right? Whatever. You'll see the face I'm talking about.
Population. But it seems clear from the video. And look, I'm biased.
This guy too.
The Dalai Lama is one of my spiritual heroes. I have met him. Being in his presence is really one of the most powerful experiences I've had in my life.
You are in a cult, bro. This is how all cults work. Like, we just watched Crystal and I just watched the thing on Waco, Texas, the Branch Davidians with David Koresh. Now, I've known about this story for a long time. It's from the 1990s. It sparked a massive anti-government movement. And look, I got plenty to criticize in terms of the federal government's reaction there, and in terms of how they basically, burnt down the place and killed children after the standoff, right? Huge issues. But having said that, this guy convinced everybody he was the Messiah, and he would have sex with all of the wives in the group, and he would have sex with the kids. And the parents would willingly let him do it. And there was even one woman who they interviewed in this new Netflix special on it who still believes he was the Messiah. Bro, he's been gone since the early 90s, and homeboy's nowhere to be found. Yeah, you still believe? You still think this guy was special? Instead of what he was, which is a cult leader who wanted to have sex with women and children and did, and came up with some mystical voodoo nonsense in order to convince you of it? Bro, I'm really holy. Can I finger your asshole, bro? That's what this is. I was in his presence, and it was the most powerful thing I've ever felt. No, you put that on the situation. All you got to do is put some foreign dude in some cool looking red and yellow robes and have him sit there and be quiet and still and appear holy. And this guy's like, oh, I'm in the presence of a god. Yeah, he makes me feel good. Yeah. Can just pick up a hobby or an interest that is not based on total metaphysical horse shit. Bowling's fun. Why don't you go bowl? Find meaning in your life that is not tied to absolute absurdity and untrue things. And look what it makes you do. It warps people's minds, right? And then they put up this shield of culture differences, bro. Yeah, the rabbi sucked the baby dick and gave him herpes and the baby died, but no crime was committed here, bro. It's just cultural differences, bro. That's all it is. That's how they do it. They suck baby dicks and then kill the babies with herpes, and we don't do it. Who's to say which is better, bro? You gonna judge? Is that what you gonna judge? That's offensive. Piss off.
It seems clear from the video, and look, I'm biased. I mean, the Dalai Lama is one of my spiritual heroes. I have met him. Being in his presence is really one of the most powerful experiences I've had in my life. And the aura of loving kindness that he has is evident even here, where he's being playful in a way that in Western culture would certainly be inappropriate.
But I mean, part of
Come on. Why even do this segment? Why even do it? It's almost like a prank on the whole country. Can we get idiots to defend a child sucking a grown man's tongue? Let's find out. What? Oh, man. And by the way, all this stuff about the Dalai, oh, he's holy, oh, he's special, bro. You don't even understand, bro. They had a feudal system. They had a feudalism system, so you understand. Oh, he's so holy that he had a brutally repressive system he was in charge of, bro. Like, what are we doing here, man? I can't. There's something about, like, there's plenty of white people who graduate beyond, like, we're done with the, the Christianity thing, the Judaism thing. Like, they're raised in a system where, the most predominant ideology is, like, Christianity, one version or other, whether it's Protestantism or, Catholicism, which is a little different, but still Christianity. And, like, they feel like, I'm going to be different. You know what I'm going to do, bro? I'm going to learn about other religions. And then they go to, like, some Eastern philosophies, whether it's Buddhism, or they might learn about Hinduism, or they might get into the Dalai Lama. And it's like, then they're all in with a fervor for that stuff. And they think, like, I'm more enlightened because I got beyond Jesus, bro. It's like, you just traded one cult for another one. That's all you did. And you're now at the point where you're defending a child sucking a grown man's tongue. And the grown man asking for the child to suck his tongue. Look, where there is smoke, there is fire. And if you do a little bit of digging, you're going to find out, oh, I'm sure there's all sorts of creepy stuff going on there. Oh, you bet your ass there is. Because every cult, every, like, modern day religion, and the old ones too, when they were, in their heyday, and you saw the so-called prophets alive, it was all a power play. It was all a trick. It's all because they want their dick sucked, and they want the money, and they want the devoted following. It's all a scam. And if people were willing to be ruthlessly honest about this stuff, they would realize that. But instead, on CNN, the number one name in news, we have a guy defending this. Okay, I think you guys get the gist of it. This is really something special. We could listen to the rest, but I'm sure I could tell by these guys' faces, they made good points in response. They were like, no, just stop it. What are we talking about here? So anyway, there you go. But this is what neutrality journalism gets you, right? This is neutrality journalism right here. Never the ability to just keep it real. Never the ability, you know what? In no circumstance is it okay for an adult to ask a child to suck their tongue. That's not okay in any circumstance. Not okay. They can't do that. They're doing let's hear both sides, bro. That's like having a debate about, like, hey, should we randomly nuke a Middle Eastern country and kill hundreds of thousands of civilians? Let's debate it, bro. Not everything is debatable, for Christ's sake. All right, that's the show, guys. I love y'all very much. Thank you, as always, for listening. Everybody do me a big favor. Click the like button, click the subscribe button. Trying to get to 2 million subsies now. It's going to be a while, but you know what? We're in for the long haul here at the Kyle Kulinski Show and Secular Talk. So remember, you guys can always listen to the full podcast, the audio version of the podcast. We post it on Spotify every day, every time there's a show. So if you don't want to go video for video on YouTube, you can listen to the full thing over on Spotify. And definitely hit that subscribe button. And by the way, support the show, please, because I've never had a conversation with any advertiser. I do that as a matter of principle, and you guys support the show from the ground up. So to support the show on Patreon, just give a couple bucks a month, $2, $5, whatever you can afford. I deeply appreciate it. That link's in the video description box below. And also Substack. You can support Crystal Kyle and Friends over on Substack. That link's in the video description box below as well. All right, guys. I love all of you. I'll talk to you soon. Everybody have a great rest of your day. If you want to see me and Crystal Ball interview legends like Noam Chomsky, Cornel West, and more, subscribe to Crystal Kyle and Friends on Substack. $5 a month gets you the video version a day early. Remember, we take 0 ad dollars for this podcast. Or you can sign up on Substack for free and get the audio version a day later. Link in the video description box below.